Today on Dean GT Special, I review the Floatune. Okay, that was terrible. Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to Dean GT Special. And I have a kind of an interesting video here for you today. This is going to be with my new review format. The new review format will include some extra things such as how much does this pen or pencil weigh, the length of it, stuff like that. Just some real interesting stats that we can add to the reviews here to make them a little more interesting for anyone. But today is the Pentel Floatune, and I really like this pen for a couple of reasons. One, it's this version, even the capped one, is kind of, I would say, a rollerball style, and it's got this really really nice grip on it. It does write very smooth, just like the name suggests. It does also come in a 1.0 version, which this is one of them. This is the blue one, and that is just a little bit wider than the 0.08. To be fair, I don't notice a huge difference between the two. When I do write with that, and we'll check that out. But here's the red one. This one's also in the 1.0. What I thought was cool is you can also get it in this retractable version. Now, to be fair, the ink is not the same. It's more of an oil-based ink, and I'll get to that in just a little bit here. Some of my thoughts on that, what kind of ink, what are they using to make this pen like that in a refillable version as such. Because I think roller balls are a little bit more of a liquid type of ink that they put in there, and it's not the best a lot of times for cartridge refills. And you can get refills for these. They do come in a 0.3, a 0.4, and a 0.5. I prefer a little bit of a bigger ball size, so I got the 0.5s. This one I believe is a black 0.5 pen itself, but then it's got I bought the insert separately rather than buy all the different pens. And if you look at it, it's pretty much the exact same size as the standard Pentel Energel refill. So you could interchange this with any Pentel Energel type pen, or any pen that accepts that kind of unmodified input there, or unmodified insert. So, all right, well, we'll go ahead and we'll get the paper out. We'll do some write tests here and take a look at that, and then we'll give it the rest of the tests. Thanks. Okay, so before we do the write test, let's just get this a quick weigh up. See what this weighs here. Let that zero out here, and then let's see how much it weighs. It looks like 10.79 grams. All right, and let's see what the 1.0 ball weighs here. And keep in mind, it also comes back with usage. This is 10.87, so pretty consistent. We'll check the red one out. I believe this one weighed a little more when I last looked at it. Yeah, 10.9. So you're looking at a pretty much brand new out of the box. It's going to be an 11-gram pen. And the insert itself for the retractable version will weigh that up. But let's weigh this quick. And that's 11.32. So that's a little bit heavier. The retractable version is a little bit heavier, probably because it has the extra mechanisms in there. But this comes apart like any other Energel. And I hardly used this, so this should be pretty close to what it is brand new. 2.44 grams. So 2.44 grams of that weight is just the actual functional part of the pen itself. The rest is just aesthetics and feel. So, okay, let's move on to giving that a little bit of a check here for the width. And I think it's more prudent just to really quickly check what we're looking at for width here. So it looks like 9.1, you can see that 9.18 millimeters towards the middle of it. The barrel itself clocks in at 10.37. And that's going to be consistent throughout that entire line. What we'll do is we'll check the retractable one here. And the grip on this guy is 10.84. The barrel clocks in at 10.48. So you're looking at the grip being just slightly larger than the barrel itself. And so there you have it. So let's do the right test. We'll start with the 0.08. And let's do... And this pen is very smooth. Again, this is probably the smoothest pen I've ever almost wrote with. We'll check out the 1.0 here. And I mean, it's a little bit bolder, but again, I really don't see a lot of difference there. And just for fun, we'll do the red one to look at. And this is a nice red color, as Pentel usually has. Very close to their Energel. And again, look at, there's no skips, there's no issues with that. I really do like writing with these pens. It's very, very pleasant. And then when we get to the retractable one, we'll see in addition to about smaller than 0.08, it's 5 at the largest. It also uses a slightly different ink, so you get a slightly different feel. So, but it is still extremely smooth. And if we were to do a quick microscopic check of that, we could see that this has got a little bit more of an oil base to it. And I want to show you guys one thing here, which is what I think is going on. And I do not know, of course, but I am close to thinking it could be this way. Here, this is a Glidewrite. And if I do a test on here, other than it being a little thicker, to me, that's pretty much the same exact ink. So I think it's possible that they could have reformulated this ink, maybe a little bit from the Glidewrite, but they're essentially using the same ink. I mean, the way it kind of feels, the way it even kind of looks at times. I mean, yeah, I do see maybe a little bit more of a splotchiness with this one, but I mean, really, it's like a thinner version of that. I mean, if I do a Glidewrite 3-line test, or this Floatune, and then I do the same thing here, to me, that's very hard to tell the very difference, even in the feel. So just something I wanted to interestingly note, that if you just want to get a bigger version of the Floatune now, just buy some Glidewrites, you'll probably get the same experience. But that's not to say I don't like the Floatune. I think the Floatune is a very cool line of pens, and I think it's really neat. Especially, I really do like their fountain style pen, or their rollerball styles. They're second to none. So, all right. Well, I hope you liked this review. I added a little more information this time. If so, please leave a comment, like and subscribe if you could. That always helps me out. And I hope to see you guys in the next one. Thanks.